Just a minute. Thank you, Governor DeSantis, for keeping our schools safe and keeping our children safe as well. Let's give another round of applause for Governor DeSantis. So today I stand here as a mother, a wife, a patriot, and a concerned citizen. For years I was a lifelong Democrat, but I changed my political affiliation in wake of the COVID pandemic. When my son was 8 years old, at the time, he was actually 5 at the time. Right now, he's 8. My son's school required him to wear a mask, a face shield, and sit behind plexiglass. They told me that I either had to mask train my son or potty train him. At the time, he was on the autism spectrum. He was speech and hearing delayed and relied on reading lips. But how can you thrive when you can't see anyone's mouth? Excuse me. And the more I became involved with my son's education, the more I started to see behind the educational curtain. My son was just a dollar figure. He wasn't an individual. It wasn't until I said enough is enough and I stopped and I took a stand. I decided to join a group called Moms for Liberty. Now, Moms for Liberty has been receiving a lot of negative information because people think that they're just for Republicans. People look at groups like this and believe that they're just for white Americans. Well, last time I checked, we're all Americans. The more that I spoke out, the more that myself and my children became a target. We had a sitting school board member in Duval County refer to me as a token person, which is a racial slur. Does it make me a token because I want to stand up for my son's rights? Does it make me a token because my son has autism and he deserves to have the same chance as every other little boy and little girl that are born typically developing? My son deserves that right, and I decided to fight for him. But because I went to school board meetings and kept on speaking up, I was labeled not just a troublemaker, but also someone who was considered an Uncle Tom. This is my country. My father fought in Korea, and he didn't fight for this type of America. One true America. The color of my skin does not determine the amount of my parental involvement. As a Mom for Liberty, we don't co-parent with the government. Mother knows best, and we all know that saying. They did not say government knows best. They did not say school boards know best. They said mother knows best. I'm going to tell you a tale of 2 counties. See, we had to flee, and we are technically political refugees in our own county. I don't know, to think about it in America, right? We were being persecuted in our county for our beliefs, for standing up for the truth. And at the end of the day, we have to save the children. It's all about the children. They are our future. They are depending on us to stand up right here and right now. And when the history books are rewritten, what side will you be on? The books that I have here are very interesting. My daughter actually went into the school's library, because we changed counties. My daughter went inside the school library, and she found the book called A Court of Mist and Fury. She took a picture of it. She sent it to me with the school's barcode and my daughter's hand, and I'm sure I know what my daughter's hand looks like. It was not photoshopped. And we had a school board member tell us that this was misinformation. Well, I'm tired of that word, misinformation. It's called the truth. I have 2 things in my hand. I have a hustler. Sorry, that's my mom. Hi, Mom. I have 2 things in my hand. I have A Court of Mist and Fury. I have my daughter holding the magazine as well, the book, and I brought her with me. But I also have a Hustler magazine. You can't say that word. But what I want to show you is that neither one of these things that I hold in my hand is appropriate for a child under 18. When you go to a movie theater, you have to be 18 to watch a rated R movie, right? You have to be. That's my daughter clapping. When you buy an explicit CD, there's a warning on it. Where are the warning labels for these books? We all know that Grindr is an adult app for 18 and up. Why are books telling you how to upload pictures on Grindr? Inappropriate. We have to stand up and save our kids. So, as I stand here today, I have spoken to school board members. I stand fearless with my governor. I have a confession. Governor DeSantis, I didn't vote for you the first time. and, and I speak of this as a woman of color because we're taught that if you look like me, you have to vote Democrat. We're taught that in schools. We're taught that Republicans only care about the rich. Republicans are only white and well off. That's incorrect. That's misinformation if we're going to use that word in proper context. I must admit I was a little bit nervous at first, but I have to speak the truth. CRT does not belong in schools. It does not. And for myself, at first, I would watch the news and I said, what is CRT? I have kids. I have 3 kids. I have a farm. I have chickens, pigs, goats. I have a lot on my plate. But I had to do the research myself. Every American needs to do their own research. Don't just take the fake news and believe it. Do it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Go buy these books yourself. We're not banning books. However, parents need to be aware of the information. We need more people in office, just like Governor DeSantis, that supports parental rights, that supports transparency in education. This is what America needs. Thank you very much.